Prime Minister Narendra Modi accorded grand rousing reception on arrival in New Delhi after his historic visit to the USA. Asserts India's global image has gone up thanks to contributions of 130 crore Indians. Salutes the brave hearts of 2016 surgical strikes on its third anniversary. Security forces foil major hostage situation in Jammu and Kashmir's Ramban. Rescue one hostage alive, killing 3 terrorists. 1 soldier also martyred in the operations. Prime Minister Modi to share his thoughts through the 4th edition of Mann Ki Baat of Modi 2.0 on Sunday. All channels of All India Radio and Doordarshan to broadcast the program at 11 in the morning. Devastating floods in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and other parts of the country. More than 50 dead in Uttar Pradesh. Life thrown out of gear in Bihar and parts of Maharashtra as well. And in international news, voting for the presidential elections in Afghanistan concludes amidst threat by Taliban. Incumbent Ashraf Ghani and his chief executive Abdullah are among the top contenders. Namaskar, you're the latest here on DD News. I'm Gautam Roy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has returned home to a grand welcome after a successful week-long visit to the United States. Prime Minister Modi received a rousing reception after landing at Palam Technical Air Force Station in New Delhi this evening. A host of Union ministers, BJP Working President JP Nadda, Delhi Unit Chief Manoj Tiwari and several BJP MPs were present.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived to a hero's welcome as he returned home after the historic US visit. The top leadership of BJP, including the working president JP Nadda, and thousands of people waited for several hours at the airport to welcome the Prime Minister. As soon as the plane carrying Prime Minister landed, Modi Modi chants rented the air. Prime Minister Modi did not disappoint thousands of his supporters. He went to the dais and addressed them. Prime Minister said, rise in India's position in the Committee of Nations was all due to the hard work and dedication of 130 crore Indians.
भारत के प्रति जो मान सम्मान बढ़ा है, जो आदर बढ़ा है, इसका एक प्रमुख कारण 130 करोड़ हिंदुस्तानी हैं, जिन्होंने अधिक मजबूती के साथ दोबारा सरकार बनाई है। लोकतंत्र की ताकत की दुनिया में बहुत बड़ी अहमियत होती है और ये अहमियत का एक विराट रूप मैंने इस बार अमेरिका में देखा।
Prime Minister also saluted the Indians settled in America for making the Howdy Modi event a grand success, which was even acknowledged by the high and mighty of America.
अमेरिका में बसने वाले हमारे भारतीय भाइयों बहनों ने, खास करके मेरे ह्यूस्टन के भाइयों बहनों ने, टेक्सास के भाइयों बहनों ने जो शक्ति का प्रदर्शन किया, उसकी चर्चा वहां रिपब्लिकन पार्टी के लीडर थे, वहां डेमोक्रेट भी थे, राष्ट्रपति जी स्वयं भी थे, एक प्रकार से व्हाइट हाउस का कारोबार चलाने वाले प्रमुख लोग भी वहीं थे। उनके मुंह से वाहवाही सुनना बड़ा स्वाभाविक था, लेकिन जब मैं न्यूयॉर्क पहुंचा और यूनाइटेड नेशंस में विश्व भर के आए हुए नेताओं से मिलना हुआ, हर किसी की जुबान पर शुरुआत यहीं से होती थी, हाउडी मोदी।
Prime Minister saluted the brave hearts who successfully conducted surgical strikes in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir to avenge the Uri attack on its 3rd anniversary.
3 साल पहले 28 की रात को ही मेरे देश के वीर जवानों ने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक करके भारत की आन बान शान को और अधिक दुनिया में ताकत के साथ प्रस्तुत किया। मैं आज 28 सितंबर की उस रात को याद करते हुए हमारे वीर जवानों के उस साहस को, उस पराक्रम को, मौत मुट्ठी में लेकर के चल पड़े उन वीर जवानों को मैं आज प्रणाम करता हूं, उनका अभिनंदन करता हूं।
After addressing the party workers outside the airport, Prime Minister acknowledged love of thousands of people who had gathered on both sides of a 3-kilometer route. He walked along the route, waving at them as they cheered him. Enthusiastic crowds also danced to the drum beats, chanting Modi, Modi. It was an amazing show of love and support of people for a leader who has brought India to the top league of countries on the world stage. With Ajay Vikram Singh, Rajesh Raj and Abhishek Singh, Sudhakar Das's report, DD News.
Well, as expected, Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not disappoint the people of India when he delivered his speech at the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The PM discussed a host of issues including climate change, renewable energy and poverty alleviation. His speech won him great accolades from every corner. Take a look.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statesmanship and India's stature rose at the world stage after his address at the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York on Friday. Prime Minister's address dealt largely with broader issues like climate change, renewable energy and poverty alleviation. In his 17-minute address, Prime Minister Modi strongly put forward the voice of 130 crore Indians at the World Forum. Highlighting India's contribution towards making the country plastic-free, PM Modi said his government is running a massive campaign to free the country of single-use plastic. Like a true statesman, Prime Minister Modi conveyed the message of universal brotherhood and peace and reminded the world about India's unprecedented contribution towards global peace. He asserted that India gave the world Buddha, not Yuddha, peace and not war. Notably, Prime Minister Modi did not mention Pakistan in his speech while making an appeal to the world community to fight the evil of terrorism. Prime Minister Modi's speech continues to make a global impact. As soon as Prime Minister finished speaking, he was surrounded by citizens complimenting him. Prime Minister of Greece, President of Mauritius and Prime Minister of Singapore also referred to his remarks when they met him after his address. While PM Narendra Modi's speech won him great accolades from across the globe, on the other hand, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's low stature was at full display at the global arena. His statement also caused embarrassment to the Congress party. Imran Khan quoted the Congress party to peddle his anti-India rhetoric during UNGA address. Prime Minister Modi also met leaders of Armenia, Greece and Cyprus. Since 1960, Greek and Turkish Cypriots have been in conflict with each other, culminating in the arrival of United Nations Peacekeeping Force in 1964. In this context, Prime Minister's meeting with leaders of Greece and Cyprus may have given an indirect message to Turkey for support to Pakistan line. At this UNGA session, India's presence was felt at every major event. India took the lead in discourse on climate change, global healthcare and combating terrorism at global stage. India's event on Gandhi 150 witnessed participation of heads of state or government from Singapore, Bhutan, New Zealand, Jamaica and Bangladesh. During his US visit, PM Modi held meetings with Pacific Island nations, Caribbean nations and bilateral with neighbors. USA Inc. also gave a thumbs up to PM Modi and India. Leading Fortune 500 companies pledged to raise investment in India. Besides, US natural gas company Tellurian Inc. and Petronet LNG Limited signed an MOU under which PLL and its affiliates intend to import up to 5 million tons per annum of LNG from America. The deal is expected to create opportunities for Indians and boost the energy sector.
This is
Thus, from the mega Howdy Modi event in Houston,
this is unprecedented.
to his UNGA address in New York, the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his bigger ideas were at its full display to guide the world in tackling some of the biggest global challenges of the modern times. Bureau Report, DD India.
And India exercised its right to reply to Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's speech at the UNGA. MA's First Secretary Vidisha Matra said Pakistan PM Imran Khan's threat of unleashing nuclear devastation qualifies as brinksmanship, not statesmanship. She clearly said that Imran Khan has tried to create instability by threatening nuclear war.
Prime Minister Imran Khan's threat of unleashing nuclear devastation qualifies as brinksmanship, not statesmanship. Unfortunately, what we heard today from Prime Minister Imran Khan of Pakistan was a callous portrayal of the world in binary terms. Us versus them, rich versus poor, north versus south, developed versus developing, Muslims versus others. A script that fosters divisiveness at the United Nations, attempts to sharpen differences and stir up hatred are, simply put, hate speech.
The MA First Secretary also put forward some questions for the Pakistani government, emphasizing on Pakistan being the center of terrorism.
Can Pakistan confirm the fact that it is home to 130 UN-designated terrorists and 25 terrorist entities listed by the UN as of today? Will Pakistan acknowledge that it is the only government in the world that provides pension to an individual listed by the UN in the Al-Qaeda and Daesh sanctions list?
Vidisha Mitra also said, having mainstreamed terrorism and hate speech, Pakistan is trying to play its wild card as the newfound champion of human rights. She added that human rights advocates should look at the condition of minorities in Pakistan, whose numbers have gone from 23% to 3% since 1947.
This is a country that has shrunk the size of its minority community from 23% in 1947 to 3% today, and has subjected Christians, Sikhs, Ahmadiyas, Hindus, Shias, Pashtuns, Sindhis and Balochis to draconian blasphemy laws, systemic persecution and blatant abuse and forced conversions.
The MA First Secretary also spoke about the government's historic decision of abrogating Article 370 and striving for a successful future for the state of Jammu and Kashmir.
Pakistan's virulent reaction to the removal of an outdated and temporary provision that was hindering development and integration of the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir stems from the fact that those who thrive on conflict never welcome the ray of peace. While Pakistan has ventured to upstream terrorism and downstream hate speech there, India is going ahead with mainstreaming development in Jammu and Kashmir.
Slamming Pakistan again and its Prime Minister, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh said, while our progressive steps in Jammu and Kashmir are receiving global support, Pakistani PM has been running around door to door and creating content for cartoon makers. He was speaking at the commissioning of submarine INS Khanderi in Mumbai.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की रिसेंट यूएसए विजिट ने इंडिया के सुपर पावर के रूप में इमरजेंस को एक बार दर्शाया है। संपूर्ण विश्व ने यह देखा कि कैसे मोदी जी का स्वागत यूएसए के टॉप लीडर्स द्वारा खचाखच भरे स्टेडियम में किया गया है। अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने भी हमारी गवर्नमेंट की क्षमता को स्वीकारा तथा कहा कि मोदी जी पाकिस्तान द्वारा स्पॉन्सर्ड आतंकवाद से निपटने में भी पूरी तरह सक्षम हैं। जहां एक तरफ जम्मू व कश्मीर में हमारे प्रोग्रेसिव स्टेप्स ग्लोबल सपोर्ट प्राप्त कर रहे हैं, वहीं पर पाकिस्तानी प्राइम मिनिस्टर एक दरवाजे से दूसरे दरवाजे पर जा जाकर कार्टूनिस्ट के लिए कंटेंट क्रिएट करने का काम कर रहे हैं।
Now, 3 terrorists were eliminated while an army jawan was also martyred and 2 policemen injured in an encounter in Batote area along the Jammu-Kishtwar National Highway on Saturday. Civilian hostage 2 was rescued unharmed. The operation has been declared over a long time ago.
तीन आतंकवादी मारे गए हैं। जो होस्टेज उन्होंने बनाया हुआ था उसको सुरक्षित बचा लिया गया है। 2 पुलिस वालों को जख्म आया है और 1 फौज के जवान की डेथ हुई है। ऑपरेशन ओवर हो चुका है। शुरुआती जो जानकारी मिल रही है उसमें जाहिद, उसामा और हारून है और अभी फाइनल कंफर्मेशन थोड़ी देर में करें।
Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be sharing his thoughts with the people across the country and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on Sunday at 11 in the morning. This will be the 57th episode of the monthly radio program. It will be broadcast on the entire network of All India Radio and Doordarshan and also on AIR News website, newsonair.nic.in and News on Air mobile app as well. It will also be streamed live on the YouTube channels of the PMO and the Ministry, AIR and DD News. AIR will also broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. Now, as many as 50 persons have been killed in rain-related incidents, in fact, majority of them in Uttar Pradesh, while incessant rainfall in Bihar, when an alert has been sounded, left streets of the state capital Patna and other areas waterlogged and residences of at least 2 ministers marooned. As many as 35 people have lost their lives in Uttar Pradesh since Friday. While 25 of them died on Saturday, 10 lost their lives on Friday. The Met Department has said a heavy rainfall is very likely to occur at isolated places over eastern Uttar Pradesh on Sunday. The Patna District Administration has ordered closure of all schools till Tuesday. Nalanda Medical College Hospital premises, the second largest healthcare facility in Patna, was waterlogged, as also that of the Gardani Bagh Hospital. The Met Department has also predicted torrential rains in 19 districts including Gopalganj, Purnia, Katihar and Buxar, while the number of dead in the floods that ravaged parts of Pune district on Thursday rose to 22, with 5 persons still missing, an official said late on Saturday evening. Now, on the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev, the Nepal Rashtra Bank has issued commemorative coins. In a special ceremony, coins of 2500 rupees, 1000 as well as 100 Nepali rupees have been launched in Kathmandu. Our Kathmandu correspondent Raj Kumar has filed this report.
Celebrate 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev, the Nepal Rashtra Bank Governor Dr. Chiranjeevi Nepal and Indian Ambassador Manjeev Singh Puri released commemorative coins in Kathmandu on Friday. Shiromani Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee President Sardar Gobind Singh Longowal, Jatedar of Akal Takht, Gyani Harpreet Singh and many other prominent Sikh leaders from Punjab also participated in the ceremony.
Many countries, many places honor others through issuance of medallions, through postal stamps and so on. But what you have done is signal honor. You have issued a stamp, a coin which is legal tender. It is not a medallion, it's legal tender in Nepal. Thank you very much to the Nepal Rashtra Bank, the government of Nepal and the people of Nepal, all of you, sir. You are our abiding allies, links, friends and everything else that I can say.
On this occasion, the Governor of Nepal, Rashtra Bank, Dr. Chiranjeevi Nepal, lauded Sikh community for its remarkable contribution in the development of Nepal.
Nepal was very least developed stage. And these people, they just created the way for the development and connectivity in Nepal. We really appreciate, we really honor your contribution in Nepal.
Shiromani Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee President Sardar Gobind Singh Longowal said Guru Nanak Dev travelled to many countries to spread the message of God.
Shri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib de पवित्र चरण जेड़े ने इस नेपाल की धरती के उत्ते पे और कुछ हम समा इस धरती के उत्ते वो रहे वो बहुत सारे देशों में गए ने उन्होंने मकसद की सी कि उन लोगों को ज्ञान देना
Jatadhar of Akal Takht, Gyani Harpreet Singh, said that Guru Nanak Dev's teachings are not only for Sikhs but for the entire human race.
वो समूह मानव जाति की गुरु थे, जितने हमारे थे उतने आपके भी थे, क्योंकि उन्होंने जो उपदेश दिया, जो शिक्षा दी, वो सिखों को नहीं दी, बल्कि एक मानव को दी.
On the occasion, a book, Sikh Heritage of Nepal, was also released. The book, published by Indian Embassy, highlights Nepal's Sikh connection that dates back to Guru Nanak Dev, who travelled through Nepal during his third Udasi.
मैं समझता हूँ कि ये एक बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि और सिख कौम के लिए और हम लोगों का जो इतने साल का हमारा यहाँ रहना हुआ है आज सफल हुआ और इससे मैं समझता हूँ कि दोनों मुल्कों में जो आपस के ताल्लुकात हैं वो भी बहुत अच्छे होंगे.
नेपाल पे आज जो विकास की जो अभी जो गति पकड़ी हुई है इसका न्यू सिख कम्युनिटी ने रखा होता. पहले जो ट्रक लाए हुए थे वो पंजाबी सिख कम्युनिटी ने लाया हुआ था. सो हम बहुत गर्व करते हैं सिख कम्युनिटी के ऊपर और हम चाहते हैं कि भविष्य में भी उन लोग की तरह जो योगदान हमारे देश पे ये रहे. और आज जो ये बुक रिलीज हुई है, आई रियली अप्रिशिएट दिस.
बहुत खुश है कि नेपाल सरकार ने नेपाल राष्ट्र बैंक ने ये सिक्का जारी किया. हमारा पूरा समाज बहुत खुश है और हम नेपाल सरकार के और राष्ट्र बैंक के बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं.
The book also underlines Sikh community's significant contribution in the development of Nepal. A large number of Sikh community representatives from Nepal as well as Nepalese people from all walks of life attended the historic event of honouring Nepal's Sikh heritage. Rajkumar's report for DD News, Kathmandu.
Some international news now. Afghans voted in the presidential elections amid tight security as Taliban insurgents determined to disrupt the process unleashed a string of attacks on polling centres across the country that killed at least 5 people. The first round vote marked the culmination of a bloody election campaign that, despite a large field of candidates, is seen as a close race between President Ashraf Ghani and his rival Abdullah Abdullah, who is the country's chief executive. And that's all we have at the moment, but before we go, another look at our top stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is accorded a grand rousing reception on arrival in New Delhi after his historic visit to the USA. Asserts India's global image has gone up thanks to contribution of 130 crore Indians. Salutes the brave hearts of 2611 surgical strikes on its 3rd anniversary. Security forces foiled a major hostage situation in Jammu and Kashmir's Ramban. Rescue 1 hostage, killing 3 terrorists. 1 soldier also martyred in the operation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts through the 4th edition of Mann Ki Baat of Modi 2.0 on Sunday. All channels of All India Radio and Doordarshan to broadcast the program at 11 in the morning. Devastating floods in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and other parts of the country. More than 50 dead in Uttar Pradesh. Life thrown out of gear in Bihar and parts of Maharashtra. And voting for the presidential elections in Afghanistan concludes with threat by Taliban. Incumbent Ashraf Ghani and his chief executive Abdullah Abdullah amongst the top contenders. And the latest continues right here on DD News. Stay tuned.